My name is Katie Christman.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you too.
okay, so what has it been like working here?
What has it been like working here? Well, gosh, it's really busy, and I'm originally from upstate New York, so that was a big change for me coming to Texas. But it's a lot of fun to be outside all the time, working with a lot of people, a wide diversity of people. We see a lot of school kids and families, and we see a lot of different wildlife here. So it's a lot of fun. It's the best job in the world to be out all the time, and we do night hikes, we do camping, we see a lot of scout groups, so it's a blast. I have a great job, so can't complain about anything.
When was the Audubon founded and how?
Yeah, so the Audubon has a really fascinating history, and again, it goes down to protecting birds and their habitats and birds themselves. So the Audubon Society originally, and a lot of people try to claim when it got started, but we typically say here, Audubon, Texas got started in 1899, and it had to do, there was this fashion fad where people were going out and they were shooting birds and killing them to put their plumage in their hats. And you can Google and you can see images of that. And it does look pretty, but for the sake of the birds were starting, their numbers were declining to the point of almost extinction for certain species. And so here in Texas, there were two young ladies about your age that said, we have to do something about that and we need to change that. In the conservation and promotion of protecting birds, and I've always had a natural fascination with birds, and I just think they're incredible animal species, being able to fly and just the coloration and the variety and the diversity of birds. And I also found that I really love people and I love kids, and I wanted to be outside, and I was like, I'm not sure I want to be in the classroom all the time. I want to be outside. And so before I came here, I worked at an organization. We specialized in working with birds of prey. And so, when you see people flying the birds back and forth, that's kind of what I did. And so that's what I love doing. And so that's what I wanted to continue to do. And so, Audubon was one of the organizations I really wanted to work for, because of their passion and their just drive to really encourage people to get outside, but doing conservation work, research, and really saying, hey, we need to care about birds, and a lot of that goes into their history.
What are the type of plants that you guys have at the Audubon?
Oh gosh. I could be here forever telling you about all the plants that we have here. And that's the thing that makes Dogwood Canyon so special, and this area so special. And Cedar Hill does a fantastic job of setting aside green space. So they set aside about 20% of our city has to be green space, and we're kind of in the green belt here. We've got Dogwood Canyon, the Cedar Hill State Park, Cedar Mountain Preserve, Cedar Ridge Preserve, all in kind of the same area, which is amazing. So I don't know if I could even begin to label all of them. I mean, we do have, like in the basin, there's the American sycamore. We have, where our namesake comes from, part of it, the flowering dogwood, and that's kind of off trail a little bit. We have our ash juniper, our cedar trees, our prairie ecosystem that you see out here. You see a lot of beautiful grasses and flowers, which are really essential to the migrating birds that come through here. Yeah.
Cedar Hill State Park and City are known for having two ecosystems that converge, which are the rolling tall grass prairie and the limestone escarpment. The park and Cedar Hill are known for many bird species. The park contains about 200 species. Also, the park has many mammals as well, like bobcats, coyotes, foxes, squirrels, and armadillos, and raccoons.
What are your experiences with wildlife?
Well, we found a snake in the garage. Does that count? I can send you pictures for your report if you want me to see the pictures. I worked at Lake Ridge. We had scorpions in the building. We've had tarantulas in the building. One year we caught at least 15 tarantulas in the building.
Wow.
And just recently we found turtles, because Lake Ridge has a garden outside, so they come to eat the vegetation. So we've had turtles and we have rabbits at Lake Ridge. And we have bunnies in our backyard. What else have we seen? Also in Lake Ridge, you find a lot of coyotes, and they eat the cats in the neighborhood. If they're not inside, they will eat the cats in the neighborhood. I think that's about it.
Oh, that's very interesting. I didn't know there was that much wildlife.
Oh, yeah. About this time of year, if you drive through Lake Ridge at night, you'll see a lot of wolves, because they're getting food ready for the winter. So you'll see a lot of them running around.
That's very interesting. So has wildlife ever affected you in a direct or indirect way?
Yes, I am definitely afraid of spiders. And when I worked at Richland Collegiate, in my office there were a crate of files that I went to move, and there was a huge wolf spider. It was about that big in my office. So yes, it has affected me, because I didn't go back in my office that entire day. And I can send you pictures of that spider too.
Yeah, that'd be really good. What worries you most about the active wildlife in this area?
The snakes are what worries me most. We moved here from Las Vegas, so we had scorpions and rattlesnakes, but there are a lot more poisonous snakes here in Texas. So I'm not familiar with them, so I don't know what they are. So that scares me, because a snake can get in your house and you don't know they're there. So that's scary.
If you had the power, what would you do to help the situation with the coyotes and the other wildlife?
I wouldn't do anything. This is their habitat. We moved in, so this is their home. We're just visiting. So I wouldn't do anything with them. I would educate my children better and protect my house more, but I wouldn't do anything to run them away from their home.
Well, that sums up our interview with you. Thank you for coming here and having this time with us.
You're
We appreciate it.
welcome. You're welcome.